This is Taxus baccata Fastigiata. Taxus baccata is referred to as the English yew. Fastigiata is referred to as the Irish yew. And these are fairly uncommon here, principally because they've been preceded by the cuspidatas and medias and such, the tougher types. Although as of late we've determined that they are perfectly hardy. We wrap this one just in case. And if Hillary falls in there, she's going to have to stay until the spring.
I can get out.
I'll do it like I do with the toads that fall in the window wells at home. I build a little ladder so that they can climb up. We'll put a little ladder there.
You might have to make it heavy duty. I don't know if it's like the little...
What are you doing to this plant? Are you molesting? Looks like you're molesting it.
Just grab the whole plant.
It doesn't like it.
Yeah, have you ever been slapped when your cheeks are really like cold?
Yeah, it hurts.
Like the tail of a dog.
Anyhow, Taxus cuspidata Fastigiata, beautiful plants. If you go to England or Europe and you go to churchyards and you see these tall, dark evergreens in the churchyards, that's the baccata. They were planted to ward off evil spirits from medieval times onwards. Probably because there are no evil spirits in a graveyard, right?
Is that the same what they use for longbows?
Could well be. Could well be. If you go to a lot of the old estates or all the historic gardens in Europe, you'll see avenues of them, the Fastigiatas, and some of them 500-600 years old. So very, very long-lived. When you compare this to the other yews that we've seen, you'll see that the needles are much longer. They're more, they're arranged in a less confused fashion. So when you look at it, you can see the needles very, very clearly. And you'll also see it's a deep, dark, rich green, right, which these are. So, but it's fairly uncommon. They're fairly expensive. Most of the ones that are grown here you can purchase here are grown in Oregon, where the climate is a little milder to grow them on. There are some issues potentially with some windburn, but we're proving, you can always disprove zones, right? The zones are just kind of an arbitrary measurement. And we planted this one, like I said, we do wrap it, but it hasn't had any burn since we planted it, surprisingly. So like the Thuiopsis over there, which is a very tender plant, supposedly, and to the point that we haven't had any burn on it. This will get, ultimately, probably 5 meters tall by 2 to 3 meters wide. So even though it's a fastigiate form, but that we're talking 300-400 years from now. Very long-lived. There is Fastigiata aurea. I have one at my house, very, very rare. I was at Connor Nurseries a number of years ago, and they happen to have 3 of them there in the yard, or 4 of them. And I was there with a client who was really quite wealthy, and I got really excited. And this client said, "Well, we should plant them in our new garden I was designing for him." So he said, "Yep, great." And they were like $400 a piece for like that plant that big, wholesale. So that's 800 retail. And I went in to pay the bills or to sign off on the shipping orders. I came back out, and all 4 were on the truck. And I said to the client, I said, "We only need 3. And we're planting in 3s at your house, not fine." He said, "Oh, the 4th one's for you." It's kind of a present. So I took it home and planted it. It's about yay high.